So welcome everyone to day 1 of our temperament series. So everybody go ahead, take a nice deep breath. Just feel your body relax. Feel your mind relax. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Just notice what's happening with it. If it's buzzing, just notice the buzzing. If it's still, just notice the stillness. Just notice where you are, kind of on that scale of stillness and busyness. I'm not trying to get to one or the other, but just noticing where you are. Just taking a breath and notice how the breath moves in and out of your body. Just allowing yourself to be in this space that you've carved out. Allowing yourself to just be. And as you just allow yourself to settle, your imagination is going to call forth a scale. And whether it's a balance scale or it's like a timeline type scale, whatever that looks like for you is exactly right. And on the left side is your level of extroversion, how social you are, how chatty, whether you draw energy from crowds, you're assertive. Just allow yourself to drift on that scale to wherever feels right, the amount of extroversion that you feel you are right now. And it doesn't have to be, it's not about how you've been historically or how people have labeled you. It's how you feel right now. And as you feel yourself drift into that perfect amount of extroversion, just notice what it's like when you consider social situations. Just notice the emotions that come up. And whatever emotions are coming up, whether it's one or several, even if they're in opposition to each other, that's okay. Just notice what they are. And then just speaking out loud what I'm feeling right now. When I think about my level of extroversion is And then on the right side of the scale is introversion, having alone time, being restrained, introspective, cautious, soft-spoken. And as you consider this right side of the scale, just allow yourself to drift to where you are in introversion. It'll be a range between your extroversion and introversion. And maybe you're drawn much more to one than the other, which is okay, but we all have all of it to some degree or another. Notice how you feel when you think about spending time with yourself. And whatever emotions are coming up, if there's one or many, even if they're in conflict with each other, as you think about spending time with yourself, just notice what they are. And then speaking out loud, what it feels like for me when I spend time with myself is and allow that feeling in your body. And then just sense that range between where you fall in extroversion and where you fall in introversion. How narrow or wide is that range? Just notice that comfort range that you're in. Feel yourself kind of moving within that range. When you're more extroverted, when you're more introverted. Just feel what it feels like to be within that range, feeling yourself moving from one end to the other. And then as you pull back and look at the whole range that anybody would fit within, then notice where your range is. Allow yourself to see the extreme extrovert, someone that falls on the far, far, far side of extrovert. And as you see that image of them, as you witness that behavior, and then just speaking out loud, what I admire about this extreme extrovert is and what I don't like at all about this extreme extrovert is and if I were to push the boundaries of how extroverted I am, what I would be afraid that I might become would be and if I were to push the boundaries of how extroverted I am, what I wish, the qualities that I wish I would have would be and now moving all the way to the extreme introvert. Just allowing an image of an extreme extrovert to come up way on the right-hand side. And looking at that extreme introvert, what I admire most about the extreme introvert is and what I don't like at all about the extreme introvert is And if I were to expand my range more toward introversion, what I would be afraid that I might adopt, or a quality that I might gain, what I would be afraid of getting would be and if I were to expand my range of introversion, what I would be excited to attain would be and now noticing the distance about your range as you pull back and see the whole range from the extreme extrovert to the extreme introvert. Noticing where your range fits within that. And then bringing your attention to the spaces that are between the extremes and your range. Is there a lot of space or a little space? And then moving your awareness back into your range. And then just allowing those edges, if it would feel good, to push out a little more toward extrovert, or more toward introvert, or more of both, just making your range wider in both directions. Just feel what that would feel like. Would that feel good or not so good? And if it feels good, just allow it to happen. Feeling that extra space, that wider range. A little more social, a little more assertive, a little more comfortable with crowds, drawing energy from them. And by the same token, being more and more comfortable by yourself. Feeling more and more at home, introspectively looking at yourself. And feel what that range looks like, if it's the same or if it's different than it was before. Just feel what that feels like for you now. And then just speaking out loud as you are within your range. What I know about me is And what it feels like for me to have this range is and anything else that you're noticing about being in this space, in this range. Go ahead and speak it now. And what I know about my capacity to be more introverted or more extroverted, depending on a situation, is and what it's like to have that ability is and now feeling this whole range, this whole experience that you're able to have in any given situation. Just feeling that in your body, allowing it to expand and express throughout your body. And then your body will let you know that all this work that you've done is anchored all the way down into cellular memory, even down into your DNA, available in your unconscious mind and your conscious mind, able to be retrieved at will. Lets you know that this is done by bringing full feeling back into your arms, your legs, your fingers and toes, normal awareness back into your mind, your body, your brain. And as it's complete, you'll open your eyes.